Thousands of refugees and migrants in Libya are trapped in a vicious cycle of cruelty, with little to no hope of finding safe and legal pathways out. They have been enduring an unethical suffering in Libya. They risk their lives at sea seeking safety in Europe, only to be intercepted and transferred back to Libya to endure the same abuses they sought to escape. Now, these migrants have risen up to demand justice and immediate deportation to safer locations. Dozens of migrants have protested outside the headquarters of the United Nations High Commissioner for Refugees in the Libyan capital of Tripoli. Demonstrators held banners demanding deportation to a safe location. Citing poor living conditions in detention centers and ill treatment by Libyan authorities, claiming that they have been beaten, detained, imprisoned, and shot at by the Lebanese authorities.
جينا هنا هجرة مسجلين مع مفوضية وقاعدين في قرقارش وطبعا نحبونا ودقونا ودونا السجن وسجنونا وزي ما شايفين هسه هنا كلنا هنا والله في واحدين جاي الليلة جاي من السجن ومبارح جاي من السجن وفي نسوان عندهم أولاد وعنينا طبعا مكسرين ويعني كل العام دي معانين والله عنينا طبعا السبب اللي عنينا دايرين يعني إجراء فوري إقلاع فوري من كل اللي هي العامنا. أي سنتين في ليبيا هنا. ليس سنتين ثلاث سنين قريان لين 10 أيام قاعدين هنا ولا مويه ولا شراب ولا أكل ولا أي حاجة. ليه ملزمة داخل واحد ما يدخلوش داخل يدخلوا السوريين ويدخلوا الحبش ويدخلوا الأريتريين ما خششونا بكل أبد ولا ليه سنتين ولا مساعدات ولا شيء ولا أخذت ولا ليه سنتين ما أخذت شيء.
The protests come a week after 6 people were killed in one of Tripoli's migrant detention centers. Authorities had rounded up more than 5,000 migrants in a massive crackdown. The Al-Mambani facility in the capital Tripoli was at triple its capacity when the police raided against the migrants, and later it was reported that the center's guard shot 6 people dead in a crackdown on Friday. Some 2,000 migrants and refugees escaped in the chaos. The International Organization for Migration condemned the shooting incident. They called on the authorities to stop using excessive force against migrants. The organization said that approximately 10,000 men, women and children are detained in poor conditions in official detention facilities in Tripoli. The UNHCR has announced the temporary suspension of work at its Tripoli center due to the tensions among the crowds of migrants. UNHCR officials said that the tensions with migrants demanding urgent aid and their deportation from Libya.
Arbitrary detention in secret prisons and unbearable conditions of detention are widely used by the state and militias against anyone perceived to be a threat to their interests or views. Violence in Libyan prisons is committed on such a scale and with such a level of organization that it may also potentially amount to crimes against humanity.
Given the horrific conditions and abuses, the current resettlement and evacuation programs are insufficient for providing safe and legal pathways out of Libya. And with a few viable options left, these migrants often risk crossing the Mediterranean on unseaworthy boats, which is again an extremely dangerous voyage to embark on. In the latest, dozens of migrants were rescued in the Mediterranean Sea by an Italian NGO ship. A total of 59 people have been rescued, including 17 minors and 1 pregnant woman. They were aided by a vessel run by a charity, and the migrants were sailing on a wooden boat in distress after having left 24 hours earlier from Zuwara in Libya. After rescue, the migrants have been reported to have come from a variety of countries. Apart from Libya, a number of the migrants are from Syria, Somalia, Eritrea, Ethiopia, Sudan, Egypt, Yemen, Nigeria, Gambia, and the Ivory Coast.
WION now available in your country. Download the app now. Get all the news on the move.